what is the oldest thing you've ever found in your pantry or your fridge? The oldest item, the oldest food, beverage, whatever it was. It's Rob and Liz, His Radio, because there's a lot of talk again, and I don't know why this is resurfacing, about the differences between expired and the best by and the best used by dates. There's 3 different dates on these things, right?
Yeah. You know what it could be is kids moving into college maybe for the first time, and so they haven't had to necessarily pay attention to that kind of thing.
Okay, I guess that makes sense.
Maybe, but like for me, milk, if it says here's the expiration date, I'll let it go 7 days after that, but evidently I do that for a lot of things.
Okay.
So my daughter Taylor, she is expecting. And when she was having a lot of nausea in those first 3 months, the first trimester, she was looking for Tums one day. And I was like, oh, I got some Tums. They're in the cabinet. So she goes to get them. She looks at the expiration date, 2004. 2004. We didn't even live in the house that we live in now. So I moved them.
You moved those and they stayed and you never used them.
I moved them after they were expired.
Okay.
Because I never take Tums. So,
put them back in the cabinet, or did you throw them away?
Oh, no, we threw them away once.
Good.
It's 2022.
Good. I was at a canned food drive. This was 5 years ago. There was an item that came through that had a date on it. It was 1976. It was a can of soup.
Ooh.
Seriously. Ooh. Donated to the canned food drive because we were organizing everything, and I looked. I went, 1976, really?
I'm glad you checked. I hope it wasn't clam chowder.
Oh.
Rob and Liz,
His morning crew.
The oldest thing you've ever found in your kitchen, because they're talking about the best by or used by dates and all that other stuff. College kids are learning that now that are freshly in to the college dorms. You just don't know that?
I was going to say my mama.
You're what? Huh?
That's the oldest thing I ever found in my kitchen.
Oh, come on. That's
I
not
love her.
nice.
Oh, we tease each other. I love her.
Okay. Oldest thing you've ever found in the kitchen. Megan's here at 800-447-7234. What is it for you, Megan?
A&D ointment from like 1995 or 1996 under my mom's sink.
Why were you under her sink?
I think I was just helping her clean her house, and so we got up under there, and yeah, there was lots of expired stuff, but that was the oldest thing that I found.
What is A&D ointment? I've never heard of that.
I think it was maybe used as diaper cream.
Did she have a reason why she kept it?
I don't even think that she knew it was under there.
Rob and Liz,
His morning crew.
I think we get to an age where we decide we're not going to tell our friends to watch this anymore.
Like what? Watch what?
Like doing cartwheels at 35 years old or whatever it may be.
Some can do a cartwheel at 35.
Some can, but not everybody.
Some can do it at 45.
Some can, not everybody.
Some can do it at 65. Cartwheels. It's quite amazing. Even in their 80s, they're doing cartwheels. Here's this one reporter for the Los Angeles Dodgers, and he does the telecast. He's one of the guys that's on the field and does all this stuff. So he travels with them, and he was at the Milwaukee Brewers home field where they have this slide.
Yes.
And so he thought, I'm going to do the slide. How cool is that? He goes down the slide on TV, live TV, gets to the bottom, and he hurts himself.
Oh, poor guy.
Winds up, he's no longer on the broadcast until the 5th inning with a cast.
Oh, no. They did the cast that quickly?
He wound up breaking 2 bones in his wrists, and he cracked I think it was 6 ribs.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, so he's in a little bit of pain after that.
Oh, poor guy. Just because the mascot can do it doesn't mean you can do it.
Yeah, he's going to get a stunt double next time he wants to do something like that.
Rob and Liz,
His morning crew.
Brittany and Ethan. So Brittany's mom, Ethan, is her 2-year-old son. They were playing in the backyard. They were just playing with bubbles. They were having a good time. And of course, Ethan, being a 2-year-old, has a lot of energy running all over the backyard, runs up to the fence. And while he goes up to the fence, he sees something. And he turns to his mom and he just says, feet. He doesn't have an extensive vocabulary. So he just keeps saying, feet. Feet. And mom's like, what in the world? What are you talking about? So she comes up to the fence and she starts looking to where he's pointing and just saying feet, feet, feet. So she sees a pair of feet. And of course, freaks out a little bit. She doesn't know what's going on. And so she investigates a little further and moves some leaves around. And there is a woman laying there.
Oh, no.
It's a woman who's been missing all week long. She went missing on Monday. This is now Friday, and the woman that is there has Alzheimer's. She's 83 years old. Her name's Nina.
She's okay?
And she's okay.
Whew, I was thinking the worst there.
Nope.
When you said, I didn't. Wow, I'm glad she's okay.
Yeah, she had to go to the hospital, dehydrated, some other things, but she is back home with her family now. And the family, and of course, Brittany and Ethan, are super thankful that all of these things played out. Just think of all the things that had to go right. That Ethan had to be back there, had to see the feet, had to say something, could say the word feet. Because if he'd have said something else, Mom might have just thought it was babble or, whatever.
Yeah, just come pick up the
Right.
kid and just go back inside or play bubbles where they were playing.
Right. But he said feet and pointed, and then she followed through. So they know that God was working through all of that.
Yeah.
The family, Nina's family, this is the older woman, offered a reward to Brittany and Ethan. They said absolutely not.
Good for them.
Good for them.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
Juan is such a proud papa, such a proud daddy of Clarita. Now, Clarita was turning 15 years old. And she, needed a party. That's a big thing. Wanted to throw her a quinceañera. And I hope I'm saying that correctly.
What
think
is
so.
that?
It's a 15th birthday party for young women in the Hispanic community. I mean, it's a big thing.
And you called it what?
I hope I'm saying it correctly. Quinceañera.
Okay.
And so
Well, I think I had a neighbor, the last neighborhood I was in, that threw one in their backyard for their daughter.
Oh, it's a big thing, like family, friends, and she usually, everything that I've seen, gets this gorgeous dress. It's almost like a wedding gown, but not, almost like a prom dress, wedding gown, whatever. So throws it for Clarita. 300 people come to the party. They have a venue space. They have food for everybody. I don't even know what Juan spent on this party for his Chihuahua, Clarita. She's a
Chihuahua, a dog.
She's a 15-year-old Chihuahua. She had the dress. It's the greatest. The dress has layers. It has pearls on the sweetheart collar. She has almost sort of a rhinestoney diamond-like necklace. They took a photo shoot out in the forest.
How'd this Chihuahua put up with this?
Oh, I think she's
Being a
probably used
big
to it.
dress
She's
and
15
everything?
years old. I think Juan and his family love to get her all dressed up.
Did they do this too late for the Chihuahua? Because in dog years, isn't that 105?
Well, Chihuahuas, because they're little dogs, smaller dogs can live longer.
Really?
And so I've heard of Chihuahuas being, 19, 20 years old. So I think Clarita's got some time.
But if you add the 7 years, because a dog year is supposed to be 1 year is 7 years. to
Exactly.
humans, right?
Yeah.
So Clarita,
Yeah.
this Chihuahua would be 105.
You know what?
That party should have been a long time ago.
Girl still knows how to party.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
Adele said yes to the dress. She
I had no idea
found-
she was getting married.
Yeah, Adele got married.
That's great.
She did.
Good for
It's
her.
Beautiful. She found the perfect dress. She went to a department store and she found the perfect dress. Only cost her $100. $100.
That's great.
This was a while back. This was in 1950. She found her dress, and then it was so perfect. It had this high neck. It had these buttons down the front. It had buttons all the way down the back. Long sleeve. Like it was a timeless dress.
Safe to say it's not the Adele of today.
It is not the Adele of today. This is a totally different Adele Longberg or Stoneberg. She let two of her sisters borrow her wedding dress.
Oh, nice.
Which happens, I guess, in families from time to time, especially if it's one of these timeless dresses. It didn't stop there, though. A couple of her nieces were like, Auntie Adele, can we borrow your dress?
Oh, for real. That's nice.
I know. And so, it's 3 nieces, then a daughter said, may I borrow the dress? It was just used recently again
Really?
by a granddaughter. Makes the 8th person to wear this same $100 dress. Like over the past, 72 years,
Does it have a tinge of yellow?
they have kept it so nice and so clean. And
Really?
they kept it in storage, but I think in a professional storage so that it didn't change colors. And another good thing is all the women who used this dress were about the same size. And so there were very few alterations that had to be done, because if you alter too much, you're going to lose material and it's just going to cause an issue and that kind of thing. So luckily, all about the same size, and it was just used again this year. I can't wait to hear how many more times it's used.
Right. How many more traditions or how many more generations will actually wear the dress?
Oh, yeah. Something
to
old,
the wedding.
something new.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
A lot of back-to-school shopping's been happening over the last couple of weeks. Rob and Liz in the morning. It's his radio.
Yeah, Titus was out with his mom just recently with back-to-school shopping, but there's one thing about Titus. He's in the 3rd grade, and he says, and I quote, "I'm the only 3rd grader in the whole world that can't tie his shoes."
Oh, Titus.
Yeah, so they get the Velcro stuff or something that he can just slip on
Sure.
really easily, since they make shoes that look like they're tied, but they've got the little covering of the zip, or what it was, not Velcro, on the top. And so as he's at the store with his mom, it was one of the sporting goods stores, and they're in the shoe section, and he sees this pair of Adidas shoes that he loves, but you have to tie them.
Oh, and he's so frustrated. I just
it's
see
like,
it.
I
Oh.
want those shoes, Mom. And so JJ's the one handling this whole thing, getting the size of the foot and everything. And JJ's like, "Yeah, I'll help you tie. I'll teach you how to tie your shoe. This is how my mom taught me." And so it was the bunny loop.
I was going to ask.
It took 25 minutes. And now Titus, because of JJ, knows how to tie his shoes.
I have cold chills.
Isn't that great?
That is customer service. That is a human being seeing that they need to help another human being, and that is amazing.
Well, Titus sounds like he's been there. It's like, man, it's tough to learn how to tie your shoes. And so JJ was there. So he taught Titus how to do it, and way to go.
I wonder if he taught siblings before, and that's how he knew. First of all, you got to have patience.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
when somebody's struggling like that, and 25 minutes doesn't sound like a long time, but on the same job process.
Well, plus, Titus was motivated. He wanted these red kicks, man.
I'm
It
glad
was
he got 'em.
He got them for sure now.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
So there's one thing about electric cars. They're kind of silent,
Yeah, it's just a little bzzz.
Yeah, it's
sorta.
a little hum. So Dodge, the muscle cars, the Dodge Charger that has the big muffler and the big sound every time you hit the gas. It's there's that big vroom.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So now they have an electric version of the Dodge Charger, and it's like you hit the gas and nothing.
Uh-huh.
You're used to the feel. You're used to the feel of the engine, the sound of the engine, and that's why most guys or most people that like to get a muscle car gets one of those cars, right?
Yeah.
So Dodge is thinking, well, let's recreate that for the electric cars. So they've come up with a way so you hear like it's a gas-powered car. You hear the vroom now.
I just think it's kind of funny. 'Cause I have a friend who owns a Challenger, and when I ride with her in that car, it's like, it's that satisfying sound and feel when you're in the car. So this electric car, is it going to have the same power if you just hear vroom, 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 vroom?
It's not going to sound wimpy
Okay,
like that.
then tell me what it's gonna
supposed
sound like.
It's supposed to sound like the vroom. That's what they say. It sounds like the vroom.
Okay, so I feel like guys are better at this than at least for me as a woman. I can't do these
No,
sounds.
I'm not going to do that.
Why?
No, because I don't do sounds great.
You don't?
I know my strength. My strength's not sound.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
So it's Hunter Lachey, who's the photographer. And Hunter was like really creative, wanted the perfect building for this one couple. And I think in Hunter's mind, it was like, okay, want an Italian setting. And so found the perfect building. And then this couple with the engagement pictures, every picture that you see, it's perfect. So it was so perfect that people that saw the photos thought it was Italy. That they literally went to Italy. But no, it was nowhere near Italy, although it looked like the perfect Italian building,
Yeah, Carl Z and Caden, I mean, they were so thankful that this, I guess you would call it a venue or space, was found because these were the colors they wanted. This was the backdrop that they wanted, just something so out of the ordinary.
And when they were done, they went inside and got the endless salad bowl and some Italian dish from the Olive Garden. Because they took the pictures at the Olive Garden.
I mean, that's a photographer who's thinking. Like, they have a certain scene they want to create, and I don't know where to find that. Oh, wait a minute. I'll have some fettuccine Alfredo, and we will take those pictures.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
Yeah, Nick Simmons, who is an Olympian. The guy is incredibly fast. He's track and field. That's his specialty. He's done the mile in under 4 minutes, 3 minutes and 51 seconds. The fastest I've ever done a mile is 6 minutes, 32 seconds. And they tell me that's fast. That's when I was lean and I was really athletic a couple of years ago. Not now. I could probably do a mile in 20 minutes now.
I was going to say, that's my time.
Yeah, when I got all the blubber on me again.
Oh, stop.
And he's done 100 meters in 11 seconds, 11.52 seconds. That is extremely fast. So he thought some couple bonding time. He's, not competing in the Olympics right now, but he's still very competitive. I mean, he's done CrossFit. He's done all this other stuff now since the Olympics and since his time with time trials and stuff.
So she got involved in all of that? Like
Yeah.
the CrossFit and the... Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
well, I don't know about the CrossFit, but I
Oh.
do know this. She is pretty lean. She's about 115 pounds, so he decided, I'm going to run with her on my back and break the record of 100 meters and sprint that thing with her on my back.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, evidently, because the world record is just a little more than 19 seconds. That's the world record. There's one already set.
So other husbands run with their wives on their back?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Joey should do that with Liz.
Good luck. Good luck, Joey.
He'll break the record.
Or
Watch
break
out,
his
Nick
back.
Simmons. So he was training. He put a backpack on that weighed just as much as his wife did. He would do squats. He'd do all this other stuff. He was ready. He was going to go. So it was time to do it again. The time to beat is 19 seconds. First attempt, 33 seconds. Oh, it didn't do too well.
No.
He tried it again, and he beat that puppy. It was 17.93 seconds. He broke the record.
With his wife on his back.
With his wife on his back, he's running down a track. And it was raining that day, too. He could have slipped. It could have went really sideways for this
her
couple.
especially.
Yeah, right? So way to go, Nick and Mrs.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
These kids at this one elementary school in Florida went to use the restroom only to find a possum in the restroom.
Well, it has to go, too.
Yeah, of course. And it was in one of the stalls. One of the kids opened up the stall and went, oh, there's a possum, screaming, gnashing of teeth. All this stuff is going on. And so the one thing that they do is call the police. And so the sheriffs come out, and they had fun with this. They blocked off the restroom with crime scene tape.
Yes, they did. Well, first of all, it served two purposes: to have some fun with it, but also they didn't want any of the little girls to go into the
No more
restroom.
kids in the bathroom whatsoever. So they wait for wildlife to come in. And so they came, and they were able to capture the possum.
How do you wrangle a possum? I've never
I
had
don't.
to do
Those
that
things
before.
are mean.
They can be. Wait, now I had my picture taken with a possum that I have an acquaintance who rescues possums. Like if they've been hit, they will rescue them and take them in, send them to the vet.
for them. That's
take care of-
great.
So she has one. She has a pet.
That doesn't mean that they're not mean. They're pretty
They
mean.
can be, but they can be sweet too.
I'm sure, but you've got to tame those things.
Well, the one I
That
gave a kiss
takes
to
a
was
while.
really sweet.
You kissed a possum?
Yeah.